So, Ozzy's been going on a lot of walks recently, a lot of walks, and Ozzy kept coming across things on his walk. And do you know what he found today? He found these flowers here. Can you see them? And he was very interested. He said, "What are these?" And I said, "They're flowers, Ozzy." And he said, "But what is a flower?" And I said, "Well, we'll have to find out a little bit more, won't we then, Ozzy, if you're not sure?" So we found this book, and it's a very old book because this is a book my mum used to read to me when I was a little girl. And it's called What is a Flower? Let's have a look. Do you think it's a fiction or a non-fiction? So fiction is a story that's made up, isn't it? Non-fiction is facts, real life. You're right, it's non-fiction. It's all about facts. It's going to tell us about flowers. Did you recognise one of those that Ozzy found? Look. We call those dandelion clocks, don't we? Do you see? They're the ones that you blow on. We used to blow them, and we used to say however many blows it took to blow all the seeds off the end was whatever time of day it was. It didn't work, but it was fun to count. What is a flower? Here at the front of the book, because it's a non-fiction book, it's got a table of contents. And that's a really good way if you want to find something quickly, like maybe you wanted to find out about vegetables, you'd find the word vegetables and turn to page 8. So it's a quick way of finding, but I'm just going to read the book to you because Ozzy wants to learn today about flowers and what is a flower, seeing as he found some on our walk. This is a daylily, Ozzy. A daylily is a wild flower with large fragrant blossoms. Its flowers form seeds to grow new plants. That's interesting, isn't it? The actual flower becomes seeds and then the new plants can grow. There are many kinds of wild flowers. There's Ozzy's one that he found. Look, Ozzy, there's your dandelion. Look, there's the seeds blowing away and the flower becomes the seeds. If you look on YouTube, there is actually a time-lapse video that shows the dandelion turning to seed, and it's really, really exciting to watch. There's some different flowers as well here. There's a violet and a poppy. You've probably seen some of those outside. Now, a little boy once told me that vegetables didn't grow in the ground. He told me that they came from Tesco's, and he didn't realise they grew in the ground. So look, if you have a look at the pictures, this is a carrot, and a carrot is a garden vegetable. Its flowers form seeds to grow new plants. There are many garden vegetables with flowers. There's peas. They've got quite pretty flowers, haven't they? And cauliflower and artichokes. And these are gourds, which are a bit like squashes or pumpkins. They have lovely flowers. Perhaps whilst you're at home, you'll be growing some seeds in the garden and making some of your own food. How exciting! This is a corn plant, and corn is a member of the grass family. Its flowers form seeds and they grow new plants. There are many kinds of grasses with flowers. You might see some of these out in the fields on your walks. Rice, wheat, bluegrass, rye. This is a milkweed flower. A milkweed is a weedy plant. Its flowers form seeds and they grow new plants. There are many kinds of weeds with flowers. You've probably got some in your garden, and if you're outside with mummy or daddy or you're grown up, you could probably do a bit of weeding. And when you do, can you have a look at the roots and the different parts of the plants? It's very exciting, and you can see how they grow and what all the different parts of the plant are for. This is a flower from a yellow poplar. A yellow poplar is a tree. It's sometimes called a tulip tree. Its greenish flowers are shaped like tulips, and its flowers also form seeds to grow new plants. There are many kinds of trees with flowers, especially at the moment. Have you seen the magnolia trees and things? Next time you're out for a walk, have a look and see if you can see some trees with flowers. There's all different ones here. This is a rhododendron flower. A rhododendron is a shrub that has evergreen leaves. So evergreen is when they don't fall off in winter, they just stay green all year round, isn't it? Some rhododendrons have white flowers. The flowers form seeds to grow new plants. There are many kinds of shrubs with flowers. Perhaps you've got some in your garden. Why don't you go on a hunt and see if you can see some shrubs with flowers in your garden? This is a rose, and a rose is a thorny plant that is grown mainly for its beautiful flowers. Some members of the rose family are grown for their fruits. The fruits come from the flowers, and the seeds are actually in the fruit. Look, here's some hawthorn, plum. Can you see inside the plum? There's the seed. When you bite into your plums or your fruit, you might find some fruit with seeds inside. Can you think of any? Yes, your nectarines, your peaches, your apples have got their pips inside the fruit, haven't they? There's the apple with its pips in. And the black cherry has the cherry stone inside. So there's lots of members in the rose family. This is a trumpet vine, and its stems twine around fence posts, along fences and around other plants, or climb on any support that's there. Its flowers form seeds to grow new plants. There are many kinds of vines with flowers. You see the little hummingbird with his long beak reaching in. We've got honeysuckle, we've got clematis. You might have some of these at your house. This is an orchid. It's a very exotic plant that usually grows in the tropics. The flowers form seeds to grow new plants. There are many exotic plants with flowers. This is the bird of paradise one. When we looked at the rainforest, we said that these might grow in the rainforest near the equator. Ozzy, are you sniffing the flowers? You might knock them over. This is an iris lily. It's a garden flower. And iris flowers form seeds to grow new plants as well. But most irises are grown from bulbs. A bit like Harry's plant that he brought in. Hold on, shall I go and get it? Look, Harry's plant was grown from a bulb. He planted the bulb on his hyacinth, and we've kept it watered, haven't we, Harry? And look, it's grown really big now. It's like a jungle in here. Do you want to see it, Ozzy? Oh, he's looking at it. He thinks it's talking to him because it's wiggling. Look, he's coming to see it. What do you think of the bulb, Ozzy? Think it's growing well? Yes, it's really tall, isn't it? So, there are many kinds of garden flowers. I think all these might be in your garden if you have a look. This is a pitcher plant, this one. These are really exciting plants. They're carnivorous. Do you remember that word? That means things that eat meat. A flower that eats meat? They feed on insects. Their flowers form seeds to grow new plants. Look, the insect goes in, the leaf closes down, and yum, yum, the plant eats the insect. Maybe you've seen the Venus flytraps. Have you seen those ones? They catch the fly in them and they shut and devour the fly. So there are lots of carnivorous plants with flowers. So there's many kinds of plants with flowers. Weeds have flowers, Ozzy. Vines have flowers. Trees and shrubs have flowers. Vegetables have flowers. And grasses have flowers. And even flowers have flowers. And flowers can be big and showy, or they might be small and hardly show at all. Flowers come in many colours, and every flower has a job to do. But what is a flower? A flower is only one part of a plant. A flower is the reproductive part of any seed-bearing plant. And if you cut a flower in half, then, Ozzy, what are you doing? I think he's gone to cut a flower in half. If you cut a flower in half, you can see inside it. So I thought we could get some scissors today. You can just use your little scissors at home. I've got my big scissors, but I actually used some of the children's scissors to cut this one in half earlier. Look, you can see inside. And just get your scissors and cut all the way up the middle. Ozzy, are you looking? Ozzy, are you looking? We're cutting very carefully up the middle of the flower and then through the head of the flower, through the head, and then you can actually see inside, and the seeds are inside, look. You can see the different parts and it smells lovely. Actually smells really nice and fresh. So have a go, look inside, and don't forget to look on YouTube and see if you can find the time-lapse videos.